people had like seniority, like.
It's Perfectly Queer with It Gets Better.
Woo! We're back!
We're back, baby!
Yeah!
How are you, Tayler?
I'm good. How are you? How is everybody in the audience? Thank you guys so much for joining us for Perfectly Queer with the It Gets Better project. I'm Tayler, your resident chaos bisexual.
And I'm Ever, your resident chaotic butch.
Period.
It's Mercury in retrograde. Mercury is in my ruling sign, so
it's not even a ruling sign of mine, but I'm feeling it.
I'm like, buckle up, everybody.
She is on my heels. I feel her breathing down my neck right now, dude. It's so crazy.
The chat is popping off. Thank you, everybody. We love to see it.
Oh my gosh, yes, we can't forget about the shapercorns. You're so right. Oh my
God, yes.
They're so cute.
Oh my gosh,
your shirt is, I love it. I love it.
It's thrift store.
It kind of gives, in the best possible way, I do not want you to take offense to this, Weird Al Yankovic. You know, like that's something that would be in his closet.
I thought you were about to say like fifth grade geology teacher or like geography teacher.
That was better. Or you know what? It gives Robin Williams. That's what it gives. R.I.P. to a legend. But also like that feels like something he'd wear in like the 90s. I like it. It's very eclectic and cute.
Tayler, thank you. That's really nice.
Of course. We're nice to each other. We're friends, you guys. I promise. They're not shocked because I said something nice. They just don't know how to take a compliment.
Honestly, that's true. I don't know how to just say thank you. Instead, it's like deflect. A compliment.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, like the Matrix.
We have a lot to talk about this week.
We sure do.
Guess what? We're talking about bisexuality.
Because guess what just happened? It was Bisexuality Visibility Week. And then the Bi Day of Visibility was September 23rd.
Yeah.
And I was incredibly visible. I want you all to know. Super visible.
I am excited for you. I'm proud of you. I don't know why I said that. I'm exciid to talk about.
It still makes my heart happy that you said it. So it's fine.
I went to Dinah Shore.
Tell us. Okay, so for the uninitiated, tell us what Dinah Shore is.
So Dinah Shore is one of the oldest lesbian festivals in the country. I believe it started in the 80s. It's a little bit more inclusive now for people not just with uteruses. Trans women, gay men, non-binary people, trans men.
We love it.
We love to see it, but it was really fun. Zolita was there. Zolita was performing. That was really fun.
Our girl. We love her. We stan her.
So I was like, oh my God. And then Fletcher, which we all know. A lot of drama. But yeah, it was really fun. For some reason, it was held at the Palm Springs Margaritaville.
Oh, so it was hot.
It was hot. It was 120 degrees. Hot.
Ooh.
But also, it was at Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville Hotel.
I love Jimmy Buffett. I'm sorry.
So if you don't know, here's some homo work.
Oh,
Google Jimmy Buffett wasting away in Margaritaville.
Yeah. God.
And then just imagine a bunch of gays.
Primarily lesbians. Just patronizing that establishment. We love it.
Hawaiian shirts. Parrots. It's 5:00 somewhere.
Listen, ain't no drink like a day drink.
Responsibly.
And if you are of age. Thank you. Disclaimer, responsibly. And if you are of age, don't get any ideas.
And on that note, why don't we talk? Honestly.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk about the incredible show we have for you all today?
Absolutely.
As always, we are going to get started with the Queer Current, talking about some news that you don't want to miss.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we are going to be moving into Friends of the Family. We are going to be talking to Kiki Ex Baby, who is an ambassador for the It Gets Better project, Twitch streaming. Like ourselves, it's going to be so great to talk to her. Cannot wait.
Cannot wait. And the chat is blowing up. Thank you, Kiki, for joining us in the chat.
Yeah.
We love that. Then we're going to be going into the Converse Quick Hit, where we're going to be showing you some odds, ends, trends from all over the internet.
Yes, absolutely. Mostly TikToks, but y'all know how we do it here.
You get it.
You get it. You understand. You've been here before. Or maybe you haven't. And
you haven't, and welcome.
We're going to move into the Queerly Creative. We'll be talking to one of our fabulous producers, Shelton Lindsay, and he's going to give us another book recommendation because we couldn't get enough 2 weeks ago. So now we're back at it again with him. So we cannot wait to talk to him about his new book recommendation.
And y'all, as always, we want to say a big thank you to the Humble Bundle community. Without your generous donation and support, this program and Queerly Creative would not be here. So thank you so much.
It's so true. Oh, before we go, we skipped something. Thriving and Enliven will follow after Shelton is on the show. And we're going to be watching one of the videos that he produced about bisexuality and pansexuality. So that'll be really fun.
Which is exciting. So everybody, get your blended alcohol-free beverage and let's get ready for the Queer Current.
You guys know the drill. The news never stops, like literally never. We are at a 24-hour news cycle, hell, most of the time. But we like to parse through some of the best queer stories that we can find every 2 weeks to bring you guys the Queer Current. And we are going to begin by announcing the presidency of Lil Nas X. Not of the United States, but of League of Legends, which is just as important, if not more so.
Yes. His news, I'm so stoked. I don't play video games, but I was like, this whole video game is going to be a bop. Like the whole music, if Lil Nas is composing the music.
Yeah. I'm also really excited to see what the skin is. I'm also like not a really big video game player, but I love seeing like what the customizable features of video games are. And so I'm very excited to see what his skin is going to look like. I have a feeling it's going to be very like high camp, alien, like cyborg android type tease. And I'm very excited for it.
If y'all have your favorite skin or what you think Lil Nas X is going to be dressed in, drop it in the chat. Also, Zag, pardon me for mispronouncing, but if it's ZAGXUHN, just subscribe. So
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thanks for subscribing, you guys. Oh wow, a bunch of people like subscribe.
Yes.
Wow, thank you guys so much. Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh, Epic Pandy, welcome everybody.
Welcome,
the chat,
Tempe Vixen, Victor Bjorn.
Dijon. I'm honestly so excited about this second news story because it came from a very unexpected place.
True.
Montana is now accepting transgender birth certificate changes.
Period. This decision came after it had originally been blocked. And then the court decided in favor of trans people in Montana to allow them to make changes to their birth certificates and probably other forms of identification, just so you know they can feel not only like physically in the skin they're in, but again, like we've talked about it before, like the legislative process of getting it on paper, of being recognized on paper is also very important to the process of like being affirmed in your gender. And so we love that Montana is taking a stance, a hard stance, in defense of trans people. Truly amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pineapple butts. Let's go. Let's go.
Pineapple butts.
It's butter.
Oh, it's
pineapple butter. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My bad.
I like pineapple butter butts.
Yeah, same. Our third news story is it's about the icon, the legend, Megan Thee Stallion. She, if you haven't heard a new album, she has a song in there called Anxiety, where she really speaks through like all of the anxieties and like pressures and mental health issues that she has gone through, like rising to stardom. And so she has taken the time to create a hub for, like, you know, mental health links for other people, mostly targeting towards Black people and LGBT people, which is amazing. And it is now live, and it is a great resource if you want to find like help for mental health. And she's such an icon. She's such an icon. I love her.
And it's also pineapple butter. Hello. I also love our fourth story, which, okay, I know that you and I had a discussion about our thoughts on the Wizard of Oz. I'm a little Wizard of Oz freak. I went through a whole stage. I have a Tin Man tattoo.
That's so crazy.
It's embarrassing.
That's so crazy.
Listen, y'all, Kenya Barris, there's going to be a new Wizard of Oz remake featuring LGBTQ themes in a way to reflect the Wizard of Oz in a more modern world, and themes that really reflect us. Different cultural communities, socioeconomic communities. I, for one, am super excited, but again...
no, okay, y'all, it's not like I have some vendetta against Wizard of Oz.
I mean, you said the word vendetta.
Okay, listen, my cousin, when we were young, every time she would come to our house, she would demand that we would watch Wizard of Oz at least 3 times. She would be there all weekend, and I had to hide the VHS tape because I was like, I'm gonna go insane. I can't do this anymore. However, I do recognize that this is a classic piece of media, and I love when different directors and creators get to reinterpret what some of these themes can mean for new audiences that they are interacting with. I think that is something that's amazing about cinema as it evolves as an art form, is that you do get to like move through these themes however you want to. And honestly, Kenya Barris, who has like a track record of, you know, queer representation, but also representation of people of color, specifically Black people, I'm very interested to see like if he takes any themes perhaps from The Wiz, which is another interpretation of The Wizard of Oz, or if he like fully does a whole new thing. I think there's so much space, and so I'm very excited to see kind of what the final product's going to be.
Okay, everybody is saying that Elphaba needs to come out, and truly Elphaba needs to come out.
When Wicked comes out, I don't think you guys understand. I did musical theater for like 6 years.
I didn't know that about you.
Oh yeah. There's a reason you don't.
Okay.
I was deep in my bag. But when Wicked comes out, I'm gonna
deep in your musical theater bag.
I was deep in my bag. But when Wicked comes out, I'm gonna be a fully different person.
I love this. I love learning more about you, Tayler. Every show, I'm like, okay.
Same. I did not know about the Tin Man tattoo until like 20 minutes ago.
There is no rhyme or reason for the placement. I just randomly, I like found a place on my back and put it there. And it's unflattering. It is. And now that I have top surgery, I know we have to move on, but
yeah, I know.
I like have forgotten about my back tattoos because so long when I went swimming, like nobody saw my back, right? And now if I walk around without a shirt on, I have to remember.
You have to reconcile with what you've done.
Exactly. And it's not pretty.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, you know, when you hit it big, you can get those covered up. You can get a retouch. You can get them all sorted. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Okay.
anyway, you guys. And now our fifth news story is something super heartwarming, super lovely. We're talking about Southern Fried Queer Pride is the Black trans power personified. And basically, Southern Fried Queer Pride is an organization in Atlanta, Georgia, right? In Georgia. And they basically are this coalition of Black queer people. Of course, it's not just for Black queer people, but that's kind of their focus. And they do community outreach. They do picnics together. They do different sort of showcases, variety shows. They do poetry readings. They do book clubs. They they're basically just creating this network of activity for queer people of color in Georgia, and speaking to the rich history of queer and Black history in the South, which I think a lot of people discount often when we have conversations about queerness. I think they completely write off the South. Yeah,
I'm excited. Sorry, I was getting a little tech is hard message.
No, you're really fine.
But I'm back, baby. Oh, I tried my own music. Thank you. I tried my own musical theater now that we have a mic here, and I'm embarrassed.
It's fine. I'm always embarrassed about it.
Y'all,
so
Coming up, we have a wonderful friend of the family, but first, we're going to be doing a stream cleanse.
Mm-hmm. Known as background dancers.
I'm screaming at the chat. Do you see these dancing fruits? I don't even know what those are, dude. What are those? They're getting it though.
Are those lemons?
It's a lemon drop.
I think they're cats. Sulky is saying cat jam. Oh, I don't get it.
You're lying. There's no way. There's no way. Anyway.
I'm an elder gay. And
yeah,
I honestly can't get over the embarrassment of trying to sing. I don't know what I'm on right now or what is.
Okay, we don't even have time to be embarrassed because
thank you so much. We have an incredible guest.
Yeah, we have to bring on our guest, Kiki
Thank
Ex
you, Tayler.
Baby. Of course. Let's bring them on. Yeah. Hello. I would like to sing.
Oh, sorry.
No. Oh, that's
okay. Yay! Hi. I wasn't sure if I was on yet.
I wasn't so either. I was like, there. So Kiki, before we start, we like to do names and pronouns. So I'm Tayler. I go by she, her.
I'm Ever. I go by they, them. And hi, I'm Kiki. I also go by she, her.
Fabulous.
So, welcome to our show.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. But for some reason, I feel nervous. I don't know why.
That's okay. That's okay.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm. We'll just make fools of ourselves, and then you won't feel bad at all. You won't feel bad at all.
I literally just sang.
So you're a Twitch player, an avid Twitch player on Twitch. So what got you interested in being a game streamer? Like, what was that whole journey like for you?
Well, I mean, I was born into gaming and anime. Like, both my parents were into that, so
that's cool.
Gaming was already like my whole life. And one day I was just on my Xbox and I really like speed runs. Like, that is my guilty pleasure. Like, I will put on like a speed run and fall asleep, especially like Resident Evil speed runs. I don't know. They just have like a special place in my heart.
Okay.
Probably
for someone,
sorry. Go ahead.
For someone who doesn't know, what is that? You're just like watching somebody play the video game fast?
Yeah. Like, they're just beating the game really, really fast.
Like,
okay. Yeah. I could get down with that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Probably because my mom, when we were younger, we used to bond with my mom with her playing Resident Evil. We would watch her, and I think that may be why like I'm such a sucker for those. But yeah, so I stumbled upon a stream, and I was just like, I'm gonna go and hang on there. And the streamer was so cool, and we ended up becoming friends. And like, they actually got me into streaming because like I was talking to them about it, and they were like, "Oh well, we could do a co-stream together." This is when Dying Light came out. So we decided to do that. But and so I started streaming from my Xbox One in 2014. And he was also streaming from his Xbox. And then, eventually I went to a laptop, and then my community helped me raise enough money to build my own PC. So
that's
now
cool.
we have
What
PCs.
was that process like? I've always wanted to build a PC. I wouldn't even know where to start, but it always looks so cool.
Oh my God. I was terrified. Okay, so I have a friend who is like, he's an IT major, like a personal IRL friend. Okay. And he's an IT major, and he just like loves PC stuff. Like, he's helped so many of his other friends build PCs. So I just had him oversee it because like I was just scared that I was gonna break something.
Yeah.
But no matter how, like I tried to whine and like get him to do stuff, and he was like, nope, it's all you. It's all
you put it to wait. So you put it all together.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
He just overlooked it. Yeah, he just overlooked me doing it to make sure I did everything right. But
that's cool.
He would not. He didn't do. I think he might have helped me with my motherboard and my GPU because there was something that happened and like he needed to do it, or he might have just did my CPU because he wanted to make sure I didn't mess that up.
Did it right. Yeah.
Have you since built your own PC like after that? Like on your own?
I replaced my GPU last week actually. Wow. I had put a better GPU into it, but I haven't had to like do any. Oh, I actually scratched that. Okay. Last year, I had to switch out my power supply because I had a faulty one and it kept blue screening. And I was like, I think, and I told him, I was like, I said, like, I'm getting this error, but I think it's the power supply. And he was like, no, I don't think so. And then like something happened where it like did finally say that was the issue. Or like, I was like, I'm just going to buy a new power supply and we're going to replace it and watch. And then like, I didn't have any more issues. So I was like, ooh, I was right. I told you.
I told you so moment.
Yeah.
The chat,
really good.
The chat is like, this is so sci-fi. This is like probably the most scientific and technical we've ever talked about.
Yeah. But yeah, building a PC is not too bad. There's a lot of videos and tutorials out there that really help. But thank God I had my friend there. So like it was really, really easy because he just was overseeing and making sure I was doing stuff fine. Even though I was like, please put this in for me. He's like, nope, you gotta do it yourself. But yeah, so I replaced the power supply and the GPU. Oh, and then I added a cooler system into it.
Oh, like I was gonna say, does it get overheated? Because when I tried to play PC games before I got my new laptop, it was like I had an iron in my lap, like a turned on iron.
It get hot.
Really hot.
Yeah.
Hearing y'all talk about it is just reminding me of like growing up and like rural farming areas and like having to learn how to like change a tire by myself. I
still don't know how to do that.
Oh yeah, barely know how. But also like I'm fascinated by this because I never played video games, so that's why I'm like, ooh, and then what?
No, it's okay. Yeah, ask like questions. Yes. Yeah, no, I'm down to answer anything. So it doesn't particularly get hot because there were already fans in there that are meant to keep it cooler or cool. But the reason why you might get like more cooling is prevent it from getting too hot because it can get really hot in there even with the fans, or you could just have a setup where you have a bunch of fans, but that could get loud too. So I wanted to opt for the option where it won't be too loud because it already has 3 fans built on the front, like inside of the front part of the casing. And I don't know, I'm not like a fan of like those computers that have a bunch of fans, even though I got gifted another PC that has a bunch of fans in it along with a cooling system. And then now I'm about to get gifted another PC that look, my life is crazy right now. I'm like, hey y'all, I just said I need another thing. I don't need another PC. Just give me some parts. And they're like, no, PC.
Oh no, take it.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna have like 3 PCs, and I was like, please.
I love that for you. I love that.
I love that for me too, though, because just in case one decides it wants to kick the bed, and I have to repair it. It's like there. But yeah, so I do like I have a smaller box. Like my box is on the smaller side. Other than my other case that I have, let me use the proper term before people start freaking out.
Oh, nobody in our chat is gonna correct you.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here like, wow, there's so much. I'm writing notes like, wow, okay.
Yeah. So I got a smaller one and I like it. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent about
We're literally interviewing you. No, we're interviewing
this is the show. Like,
yeah, truly.
It seems like there's like a really big like community in the streaming gaming like platform arena community. Like, what has been like your favorite parts of this community or joys that you found in it? Is it getting gifted PCs?
Yeah.
I do love that. I do love that companies like me enough to be like, yo, we got this deal. Like, do you want, like, what do you want? We got this, and then they, they see your worth and they do want to appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I think my favorite part though is just When I was like growing up, I did a lot of activist work and like I did a lot of marches and like protests, like peaceful protests, obviously.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I think what's been amazing is just building a community where there's like-minded individuals that, want to make a better space for everybody else. That's like welcoming and uplifting in this gaming space. And just having that space and like expanding that impact that I have as a person. So like now I can I can speak on things and like have a lot of people that are behind me on that. But yeah, I don't know, just getting like, I just really appreciate that I have a community. Like I appreciate that I just have so many people that want to support me genuinely and like me, like so many people like me, that want to support my content. Because I'm a variety creator, which means I play a lot of games. I don't just play one game. And so I feel sometimes it's really hard being a variety creator because the algorithms don't like you. If you're not doing the same thing all the time.
It's so true.
Oh, excuse me. It's so easy for the algorithm to be like, okay, well, screw you. We don't like you today.
Right.
So just having people who are just ride or die, don't care what I'm doing. They just want to be around me and my energy.
Want to hang.
Yeah. Just having like a good, definite group of like people that just support me genuinely, no matter what, is amazing. And just hearing from other people who, when I play, because I play a lot of games, like I said, but some people don't play certain games or they weren't gamers at all. But then watching me, they were like, yo, I had to get this game. You made it look so fun. And now I love it. And, stuff like that. So
I love that.
I think I really love hearing that and like meeting people, especially. And yeah, like I don't know, everything about creating is like really fun. I love being able to work with companies that I grew up like loving, and then being able to like work with them and have contact with them within that company and stuff like that. Like there's just so many good things about streaming.
Absolutely.
I definitely recommend it if anybody's thinking about doing it. And I will just say, like, have fun, stream what's within your means. Like if you got a PlayStation 5 or a PlayStation or an Xbox that can stream with that, and if you find out that you do love it, then move on to like, okay, maybe I'm gonna stream from a laptop, maybe I'm gonna stream from a PC. But I would suggest like, don't just throw your money into it, because there's so many people that I know who spent money on PCs and streaming equipment who ended up quitting or realizing that it's not for them. Yeah, like it's just unfortunate like that happens. Yeah. They're just like, not for me. So
I think it has to call to you. I think you have to really want to do it regardless of whether or not, it's gonna pan out or anything. But I have a quick question.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So I'm currently pursuing my PhD, and I'm always really interested in like meeting other people that have like professions outside of like their streaming or their creative content. And I heard you do biomedical things. And I would love to hear. I would love to hear about that part of your life. Like, give us the tea.
Sure. So when I was in high school, I originally was gonna go to school for medical school. I was gonna become like emergency medical doctor.
Oh wow!
So when I was in high school, I did I did an internship in a hospital, like in the emergency room and everything. It was so cool. Yeah. And then when I was graduating, I got into like this program where they were like, basically, if you go to this college, you'll be able to work in a biochemistry lab.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
So then when I graduated, I was working in a biochemistry lab right out of high school. And then it turned out like I was shown that I really, really love doing, like, I love anything. I love science anyway, like, but I was like, wow, I really do enjoy doing like the technical like work of it. That's hands-on and whatnot. And then not having to worry about like, hey, if you mess up a surgery, guess what? That's your, behind. You gotta live with it. Yeah. So I was like, I really like this, because it's like, okay, if I mess up, it's me I'm messing up.
It's not anybody else. It's just me. Yeah.
And so after that, I was like, okay, I really like this. So I'm gonna go, because at first I went to community college for biology, just to like, lessen the
get your credits. Yeah.
Okay, people don't give community colleges.
If you don't know what you want to do for school, go to community college, get your credits, get your prereqs and everything, and then make your decision, because people underrate community college all the time.
they treat like like people are like, oh, if you go to community college, it's the 13th grade. Like, no,
yeah,
they will
no,
work
it's
you.
not.
They will work you.
They do.
And I got into Pi Theta Kappa when I was in community college. Man, stop that. No, like do what is best for you financially. Like, don't just go to like a big school because other people are making it seem like that's a better idea, or they're like talking poorly about it. Like, you know, Absolutely. you gotta definitely do what is best for you, because
I do feel like, I don't know, like, so I went to community college. I got my basics out of, and I almost was a biochemist. Another embarrassing fact about me.
It's not embarrassing.
No. Well, I failed chemistry 3 times, and it was a hard wake up call.
I failed chemistry in high school, so
I'm not going to be a biochemist. So talking to you, I'm like, this is cool. I'm kind of nerding out over here.
Chem is hard, though.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially organic chemistry. Like when you get to like the part of like basic chemistry where they start doing orgo. Look, I understand because I struggled a little bit with chemistry too, and I was like, all right, let me tighten up. And I think it was just, I think what it was at first is that I was like, oh, because I'm a memorized learner. Like, I memorize things, like that's how I learn. So I was like, oh, I got this. I'm gonna memorize everything. And then I was like, wait, hold on. It's a little bit more than that. Let me put some respect on that. Yes. So then when I did do that, it was a lot better. But chemistry is hard, yo.
It's hard.
Science.
So a lot of respect.
Are hard.
But I also want to say too, like, back to the community college thing, I feel like a lot of people, because there's like shade on it so much, that there should be like almost shame about it. And I'm like, no. You should feel proud.
Right.
Absolutely. You should feel like, oh yeah, I'm not a lot of people even get that.
Not a lot of people go to college at all.
Yeah.
Right. Which is not a problem, which isn't a problem, but like a lot of people don't go at all. So like the fact that you're going at all, regardless of where it is, like that's so impressive.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of different socioeconomic factors. Anyway.
Anyway.
And like Tayler was saying though, you got to do prereqs anyway before you get into like
any program
you're trying to do anyway. So you might as well do those first 2 years in the community college, because that saves you so much money. You don't want to go to like, I went to a community college and I went to a private college because that was where my lab was. They were like, you know, after that you got to go there, obviously, if you want to keep working in the lab, which I love that school. That was where I was going to go anyway. But it just made it easier because it was a private school. Like that's like when I saw like, because what they're trying to do now is they're trying to make people who are freshmen, like they force you to stay on campus for like that 1 year. But I was like, nope, I'm transferring in. Take that off my bill right now. Why is it like $30,000 to stay now? Take it off.
I went to a private school and that's how they got me, bro. I was like, I'm still so hot about how much I spent on housing.
I will say Pastel Madness also has another comment. Sorry, not to interrupt, because I'm from
trade schools.
Farming. Yeah, trade schools are incredible. People say it's like cheating in education.
No,
I'm just saying, no, it's not.
Yeah,
you're learning a trade.
That. Right?
No, my brother is going to trade school. He's going to be he's an electrician's apprentice right now.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, and he's having a great time. And like everybody, listen, we're always going to need tradesmen. Like literally always. Those are jobs that are always going to need to be fulfilled. And so like, how is it cheating? Like I don't understand. Yeah. No.
But the thing is too, like, so people decide to go to a trade school, right? And then rather than a university, because sometimes people go to a university to do a trade, and it's like, now you're wasting all that money.
It's a waste of money.
Yeah, like if you just wanted to do that one thing, and they're telling you got to go to school for, like, no, just go do it the proper way where you're not gonna be in the hole
in debt.
Yeah, deep debt.
Deep debt.
Yeah, like do I'm gonna say right now, do what you got to do to not be in debt at all. Yeah. If you can help it. Obviously, you might accumulate a little bit, but you know, do the smarter option.
Make it reasonable.
Don't let people peer pressure you into like all this other nonsense just because then you look like a failure. Also, I do want to say for people, because college, like we were just saying, college is not for everyone.
No,
some people get pressured into doing schooling, and if you go to college and you know you have to like drop out because you're failing, or like it just doesn't work out. That's okay.
It is
100% okay.
Yeah.
in a way that makes sense to you, because at the end of the day, it's your life. Don't ruin your life or, be
somebody else's
other people. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I have plenty of friends who I met in school and then they wound up not staying, and they are perfectly successful, adjusted adults. They are fine. I promise.
Yes. And there's a lot of especially our younger generations that are bypassing degrees and going to universities and schools because they're learning everything online.
Their skills, they're learning their certifications,
their due diligence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right. I'm loving this conversation. I did not see it going here, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to change gears though, unfortunately. So Kiki, we have this part of our segment where when we talk to our friends of the family called Canonically Queer.
Okay.
And is that the music thing?
So they're gonna play. You might have already heard. They're gonna play a little bit of a music jam.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we want to know what the queerest thing in your vicinity is. Minus this little kitty cat knick-knack where you, it just can't handle the drama, and then it just collapses.
I love that. That is so precious. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. So let's play Canonically Queer.
Okay. Do I grab the item now?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. I have a green screen, so I can't find a stick for this, but I have a rainbow.
I'm
little
screaming
rainbow
at
flag.
the green.
I have a big
of the
one
flag.
too. Yeah, it just took out the green is anyway, but
that.
Yeah, and the blue might be gone. No, it's there.
No, it's there.
It's just a green. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cute.
Oh my gosh, I have a bigger one.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Where can our streamers find you? Where on your social media handles? Where can people find you?
Kiki Ex Baby everywhere. That's KeeKeexBabyy. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. But I normally use the first 4 that I mentioned. TikTok is sometimey. But yeah.
Awesome.
Wonderful. It was so nice seeing you, Kiki. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.
Oh, she's so sweet.
I love that.
She's so sweet.
Very sweet.
I love a good conversation about education reform.
Me too.
I got
real riled up.
Me too. I was so bro. Anyone that's pursuing education, in any way to better yourself, you're doing the right thing, regardless of what you're doing. You're doing the right thing.
Oh my God, y'all! We have so much to cover still. Let's get ready for the Converse Quick Hit.
The Converse Quick Hit.
Welcome to the Converse Quick Hit, where we go through our friends, the trends, and the odds and ends that we see on every corner of the internet.
Yeah. Our first one, I love this. Let's go show this Friends video.
Yeah.
All the good girls go to
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a hot tip. Here's a pro tip. 1, love the video. Love the trousers. You can get your pants hemmed at a local
at a local tailor, and also the dry cleaners. Ask if you
That's what I meant, dry cleaners.
Yeah. But also a tailor, if there's a tailor. But it's super cheap too. It may be $10 or $15 for a couple of pairs of pants to get them hemmed.
Did that to all of my pants. I was I don't care. I'll keep them rolled. But
I don't think people understand what difference it makes in a garment when you actually have it tailored to your specific body. Because I feel a lot of people the clothes you see in movies, you see somebody in jeans and a t-shirt in a movie, you're how do they look so good? It's because they tailored that to their body specifically, to that actor / actress. They tailored that stuff so. And the alterations are so small and so minute, and they cost so little, but they make such a big difference, you guys. It makes such a big difference.
So if you have the means, or if you have a friend, get your pants hemmed.
Get your yeah.
Y'all, I'm super excited also about this trends video, and we'll chat about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Bigger forearms. So glad you asked.
Okay, so my new obsession is grip strength. I got really into reading about 20th century strongmen and realized that they had insane grip strength. So I bought all these tools and started training my grip almost every other day. And I honestly can say that not only has my grip strength improved, which helps with pull-ups, but also my forearms look bigger and my arms look bigger too.
That's so crazy. That thing that she was doing with the plate.
I know. I've seen people
That's
do that at my
wild.
gym, and I didn't know what it was for.
I thought it was
And
just
now I do.
camp. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, gym camp. Yeah.
I thought it was just people showing off or like
Right.
being bros. And I was like, why are you flipping this plate, man?
Oh my goodness. But like you were going to the gym pretty hot and heavy for a minute.
Yeah.
How is that going for you?
I mean, it's going well. I will say life has been busy. Gym
course.
patterns change.
Absolutely.
And I was going, and I still go to the gym. Listen, if I'm going to be honest with everybody, you know, growing up, a lot of, I don't know if we have enough time for this, but maybe we will because I've already started it.
So go.
Growing up, a lot of my firm held beliefs were weight equals worth. And that's not true. So when I used to go to the gym, it was to lose weight in a panic and that I had to go obsessively. And then that is an unhealthy mindset. It was also not good for my heart and the way I felt about myself. And it's taken me a long time to really unravel that feeling of weight equals worth. And for a long time, I didn't go to the gym because it reminded me of that or what I wasn't. Or sometimes it's just uncomfortable. It's icky at the gym, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to use the machines, but now I changed my mindset. I changed the outlook of the way I look at myself. And you know what? I take up space in the gym. If you're worried about going to the gym and you're worried, if you're feeling like, nervous about going, take up space. Go to the gym, take up space and show them that you're here.
Yeah.
And also your weight is not your worth. I'm going to say this right now. Like if you're watching and you're like, I don't know, I have to say that, but also take up space in the gym.
Yeah, absolutely.
You belong there just as much as anybody else.
Absolutely. I think a lot of queer people, I feel that by virtue of knowing that you are queer, but being closeted, and it makes you very conscious of your body, like hyper conscious. And so you don't want to do anything that's like conspicuous because you think people are gonna catch that you're gay just because like you run a certain way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like, and it's just like you, as you go through your queer journey, you'll recognize that like your body is, you know, it is what it is.
Say it.
I refuse to quote John Mayer on this podcast. But yeah, you know, I'm of the mind of body neutrality. You know, like this thing keeps me going. Yeah. And so I need to take care of her, you know, like I have to take care of her. And so whether that means getting my steps in, eating a balanced meal, taking my vitamins, like you got to take care of your body. Absolutely.
And that includes mental health too, everybody.
Period. Exactly. Exactly. But let's move right into the last video that we have here. We're like,
what's your favorite one of these? Says about you. Okay, yeah. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay. You're really gay. You're really, really gay. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay. You're gay.
So, you're gay.
You're gay. I am, because she caught me with that Avatar: The Last Airbender because I had that on box set. I sure do.
What was it? Was that with MXM Tune where you were like, so?
Yeah. So,
you're gay.
You're gay. And I believe that we talked about Avatar: The Last Airbender with them when
it's gay.
It's very gay. I had to get the box set because the younger people won't know this. Avatar: The Last Airbender was not always on Netflix, and Nickelodeon doesn't have a streaming service, so I had to buy it at Walmart.
It was always really hard for me to get anime or manga or anything because growing up in North Texas, that community was not very large, and we had to go to like a specific Borders in Austin, Texas. In high school, we would take like a quarterly trip to Austin,
a pilgrimage to the Barnes and Nobles,
and then the one Hot Topic
Oh my God, an oasis for a young rural emo.
Young rural emo queer. Thank you, Hot Topic.
Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, we're going to move right into, what is this? The Queerly Creative.
But before we do, we got a stream cleanse.
You're right. Yes.
To draw. Really? Yeah. You gotta show me some. No. You gotta show me some. Come on, let me see. No. All right, I'm gonna show you. All right, bet. Okay. Huh?
Hello.
Hi.
If you're just joining us, I'm trying to bring the mood to something that is less chaotic.
I have just been a chaotic kangaroo bouncing everywhere today.
But welcome to the Queerly Creative. Today we have a special guest. It is one of our producers, Shelton Lindsay, who you guys have seen before. Maybe you haven't, but he is one of our producers here on the show. And he is going to come and talk to us about a book recommendation that he has that's queer.
Queer. Welcome, Shelton, everybody. Woo! Hi, Shelton.
Hi, friends. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the chaos, and then I'm also really enjoying that completely asynchronous hi, how are you moment. So yeah, I'm well.
Fabulous. Names and pronouns. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Shelton Lindsay. Today. Yeah, I guess today I'm feeling he, him. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's not always the same every day, but today that's where we're at.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
We love having you here, and we know that you have a fabulous book recommendation for us. So tell us about it.
Oh my God, I do. I'm really excited about this one. Okay, so this is The Extraordinaries by Mr. TJ Klune. So I just finished this book, and I have to tell you, I actually read this book because I also read this book, The House in the Cerulean Sea, last week, and I was so entranced by this book, also by the same author, that I went out and got The Extraordinaries. So if you're going to read anything by a queer author, I very much suggest this person in particular, but today, I really wanted to talk about this book. So I thought I'd read the back to you all. How does that sound?
Absolutely. Fabulous.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Give it to us.
Just give you a little a peppery taste of what this book is about. Mm-hmm. And it says, in Nova City, there are extraordinary people capable of feats that defy the imagination. Mm-hmm. And then there's Nick, who, well, being the most popular fanfic writer in the Extraordinaries fandom is a superpower, right? Instead of fighting crime, Nick contends with a new year at school, a father who doesn't trust him, and a best friend named Seth, who may or may not be the love of Nick's short, uneventful life. It should be enough, but after a chance encounter with Shadowstar, Nova City's mightiest hero, and Nick's biggest crush, Nick sets out to make himself extraordinary, and he'll do it with or without the help of his friends. So that's the little primer on the back.
I love it.
I love that. That's actually the fact that he writes fan fiction. That's so meta of the author.
I mean, too, of the queer community.
Oh.
Yeah, and I mean, look, it's even laid out that way on the page. So the book is a mixture of fanfic entries, and then the main character Nick writing these fanfic stories as well. Oh my God, including the comments section, which I fully live for. Yeah, and they fully go into the fact that some people on the internet are not as nice as they should be, and I feel if you're ever going to leave a comment on anything, it should be something you're willing to say to people's face. The internet is not an excuse to be rude. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But what I really loved about this, or what I found so amazing about this book, is that I felt it really captured that feeling that at least I know I related to when I was younger, when I had multiple crushes on people, and was it was just sort of this hormonal explosion of desire and trying to figure out my desire. And then really the work though was trying to figure out that just because I happen to be gay doesn't mean I have to like any gay man. You know what I mean? You don't it's every time. I remember when I first came out and I'd be I'm gay, and someone would be oh my God, you're gay? I know a gay person. You should get married. And it would be what is this straight culture?
Everybody tries to do that with me, and then I'm what?
What could we possibly have in common? It's not the same, but because I grew up in white communities, there was only like a handful of Black people, and they'd be like, oh, you know who you would look great with? So and so. And I would just have to start being like, because we're both Black. Is that why? Mm-hmm. And it was just like, why do people do this? Why do people do this?
I really don't know. It's like the same thing as like when someone says, they're like, do you have a pet? And you're like, yeah, I have an Irish Wolfhound. They're like, oh my God, I want to tell you about my sister's cousin's nephew's friend who also had an Irish Wolfhound. People go
I don't care, girl. I don't care.
I think it's mostly just because people want to share what they're interested in, which I mean, for me right now is this. Yeah, because I also, we've sort of talked about it on the show before. I love superheroes, and I feel that superheroes are also just like a coded sort of concept for queerness.
Absolutely.
And so what I loved about this book, or why it really like spoke to me personally, is that it's a book about queer superheroes, and they're coming to terms with their queerness is not the thing that they're having to deal with. They're having to deal with like what it means to be attracted, and like how do they deal with like different forms of desire that they're experiencing. And I just love that. I like love these books that like have decided to like no longer make being queer the issue and have it just be like part of a well-rounded character. And that's like another thing that this book does super well, which is similar to, I think, Lila's Fox got Cemetery Boys based off of last time's chat. And similarly, I hope you're enjoying it. All of the supporting characters, I mean, the main character is like a white man in this, like a cis white male character, and so is the writer. But the rest of the cast is like diverse and fabulous, and like really just brings in a bunch of people. And it's also they're neuroatypical characters, which I also really love. Because again, continuing talking about like what is it to read books that are about people whose experiences are different than yours, both the writer and the main character identify as neuroatypical. And so I think that like being able to read that representation and like that type of queer experience was really good for me. So I highly recommend it.
Thank you, Shelton.
I'm definitely going on my list. Thank you so much for the rec.
I think it is really good, and it's also the first of a trilogy. So the next 2 books are coming out soon.
Oh, it's a trilogy!
Yeah, they're not out. This just came out right at the start of COVID.
Wow.
This one is a standalone novel, though. So if you're looking for like just a single like dip in once and you're done, The House in the Cerulean Sea, beautiful. If you're looking for part 1 of a trilogy about superheroes and queerness, Extraordinaries. I hope this just enjoy your reading time. It was so nice to talk to you all today.
Nice chatting with you.
Talking to you too, Shelton.
I'll catch you all soon. Have a great day, friends.
See you soon. Okay, bye, friends.
Bye.
I love Shelton.
It's always such a joy. It's always such a joy. Yeah, and he always has good recommendations for like not just books but like just art in general.
And life.
True.
Life recommendations.
Real.
Sometimes we need a friend that has good life recommendations.
That's so real. Wow. But thank you guys for joining us for the Really Creative. And now we're going to move into Thriving and Enliven with the It Gets Better project.
Y'all, the chat is going off about these books. The Cerulean Sea.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you guys y'all really
okay, Sulky, fanfic really is a superpower.
Listen to me. I was just having this conversation with a colleague yesterday. Sometimes the fan fiction girlies be eating the real authors up. Like the authors of like the original content, they be eating them.
They know those characters inside and out. Better than the creator.
They will take a character that has like 3 lines and give them the most delicious backstory I have seen. Some of the best, and I hate but some of the best literature. I call it literature because fanfic. Is fanfic. Some of the best literature that I've ever read. Things that have
prequels.
Made me feel.
It's somebody's prequel.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I forget that things that I read in fanfiction are not like canon. Like I'm like, oh yeah, that's not real.
But I think if enough people read it, it does become real.
Yeah,
that's my argument.
Absolutely, the head canons become canon. Like they're like, no, they ignore the author entirely, and they're like,
of course, this is us now. Yeah. Okay, y'all, welcome again to my chaos kangaroo was about to start jumping again. Y'all, welcome back to Queerly Creative. If you're just joining us, I'm Ever.
And I am Tayler.
And right now, we are going to be going into our Thrive and Enliven It Gets Better project series. And we are going to be talking and showing a video about bi and pansexuality and representation.
Yeah. Roll the clip.
Hi, my name is Nia Rowe. I am pansexual and I go by he. Sorry, why did I say he? I love to pray. I love to meditate. I love my son. And I love men and women because I'm bisexual.
I'm attracted to all people. Wow. Again.
Mark it.
Hey, nerds. Both bisexuality and pansexuality refer broadly to people who are attracted to partners of more than one gender. While the term bisexual has been around since the 19th century, we can find examples of bisexuality in history long before that. Walt Whitman, Babur the Mongolian Emperor, Francis Bacon, Lord Byron, and writer and feminist Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz have all been called bi at various times.
Being pansexual is very much like music. To create music, and as a musician, creating music is just a world of infinite possibilities. So I wrote a little something to describe what attracts me to a person. My attraction is not just physical, but mental and energetic. Oh, I can feel you.
I would identify bisexual by just simply getting attracted with both men and women.
I define pansexual as not having any specifics as far as who I'm attracted to. It is more about the person and not about the genitalia. I can just work with whatever. As long as I vibe with you, I vibe with you.
The difference for me when it comes to bisexuality and pansexuality is that bisexuality is still focusing on the gender. There's still a tad bit of the idea of that, but for pansexuality, it's all about like you're connecting your soul with the other person's soul. It's the texture that is there.
The media's representation of bisexuality and pansexuality on men versus women doesn't make any sense to me. It's seen as something sexual and hot for women and seen as something ugly and something to hide for men.
When a man comes out as bisexual, it's already being judged. Oh, you're probably just using that to cheat with other men, sleep with other women. But you're a closeted gay. You're not really a bisexual, you know. And it hurts because a person can be attracted with both.
I already knew that I liked women since I was a child. I didn't think anything was different, but I was making my dolls like kiss, like Barbies. And then as I got older, I realized that there's a word for it. I spent a lot of years trying to fit into a box, sort of, but knowing my truth. And now I have a word for myself, which is awesome. I realized that when I was 14, I knew I always loved men. And then when I had my first relationship, that's when I knew that I love both.
I started questioning when I was 13 years old, and I did not came out until, 24? That's 11 years, and it's okay. Relatable. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own time frame. It is okay.
I didn't have the courage to tell my mom straight up in her eyes. So I wrote a very long letter, like paragraphs and like essay, explaining her what's happening. I was like, Mom, here's a letter. You need to read this. I'm gonna go shower. And then I just went straight into the shower and she cried a little bit. And then she was like, I'm really grateful that you're telling me this and that you're sharing your part of your journey with me.
When I'm attracted to masculine energy, it sounds more like this. Coming out was really hard. At 20 years old, going to your parents who are very Catholic, very conservative. My mother cried, but eventually she just came around.
My mom's very old school. She came here from Mexico, so she had a lot of like expectations of what she wanted for her kids. Me trying to fulfill those expectations at 13, like, then I kind of lost myself.
My father made me feel very shameful myself, and that just makes me drive myself to be a better parent.
I've discussed with her like almost like dysphoric things of myself personally, like am I trans, am me figuring out still, like am I non-binary? I didn't know how to label myself, but she told me straight off the bat, like she's like, I don't care, like I love you type thing. So she's giving me room to grow and like letting me still figure myself out, whether it's like my gender or my sexuality.
I mean, if you want to change her name to Kevin, like I don't care. When I'm attracted to feminine energy, it sounds more like this. I
am married to a straight man who loves me no matter what, the whole 360 of me, and I'm still bisexual. He knows that. He knows I'm attracted to women. It's what we have now. It's just so peaceful.
I don't have to wake up in the morning and, in a way, pretend to be someone else. No, I don't have an expectation put on me. I can go with the flow in a sense and see where it carries me. And like, luckily, if I do fall behind, she'll catch me and kind of throw me back up.
Is what's inside.
I love it.
Wow. I really do love this video series. Like, I mean, they really did it up.
I really love that they were talking about like when he was saying like men can be bisexual too.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes. I was like,
y'all need to leave my bisexual brothers and masks alone. I'm sick of it. There's discourse every 2 weeks. Like, would you date a bisexual man? Ask yourself, but ask yourself, would a bisexual man date you? Why don't you worry about that?
Yes, yes. Who cares?
Right. Also that, like, who cares? Homophobes, biphobes.
Homophobes like, care. And you know what? We don't care about homophobes.
We don't. Well, yeah, no. We don't care about your opinion about homosexuality.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, Beanie Blooms.
Yes,
now
Beanie.
In our podcast for the first time. Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, Walt Whitman is very much queer.
Yeah.
When I found that out, he like shot up in my list of favorite poets because I was like,
there's a book called When Brooklyn Was Queer, and I highly recommend reading that. I believe Shelton Lindsay, correct me if I'm wrong, knows the author.
They're
maybe
nodding.
I'm making that up.
We can see them and they're nodding. Yes, he's nodding.
An incredible book to read. I don't live in New York, but I read it, and when I visited New York, I was like, and then this was here, and then this was here.
We love a gay tour guide.
We love a gay tour guide. Y'all, if you've enjoyed this video, if you want to find out more and maybe just more queer resources, you can always go to the It Gets Better website at itgetsbetter.org. Yes. There are tons of videos and resources, guides for you to watch and read and listen to. So we highly recommend that.
Absolutely. And thank you so much to It Gets Better Project for continuing to, be this little cornerstone of the internet where people can find community with each other. We really appreciate it.
We really appreciate y'all joining us every other week and hopping off and popping off in the chat.
I know it was queer.
It's always,
yeah, it's true.
That's so, Leaves of Grass. Incredible. Pastel Madness. All my siblings came out at the same time. Sis and I are pan, and my bro trans.
Fabulous.
Yay!
We love that.
We love that.
Hope that your family is doing well. Pastel Madness.
And again, thank you all for joining us. We are going to be back on October 12th.
Yes, we are. But if you weren't able to watch the show live, which like you wouldn't be here to hear me say this to you, but I'm saying it to you now, you can watch it on YouTube or back on this Twitch channel because like all the episodes are here. So,
Yes. And thank you to the Humble Bundle community again.
Yes.
Your generous contributions help this show keep going. And oh gosh, there was one thing I was going to say. It'll pop up in my mind. Oh, it's Halloween season.
Spooky
October. That's what it was.
Spooky season.
Okay.
It's going to be so good.
Oh my gosh. So our next show is October 12th and y'all I'm about to do this live. Okay. Cause I'm bad at dates. Oh my gosh. Then our next show after that is going to be on the 26th. We're
We should wear costumes on the second one. Yeah. Yes. I'm super down. Okay. I'm super down. Yes.
Maybe on October 12th we decide what we're gonna wear.
Guys, come back next show. Tell us in the chat what you think that we should be for Halloween. Maybe we'll do like a duo. Yes. Maybe we'll come as different icons of the queer experience.
It's cosplay time. Here we go. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna come as a chaotic kangaroo. And
I'm screaming. Yeah.
Oh. Tayler, what's one thing you're taking away this episode?
What have we done today?
We've done a lot today.
I know. I wish I could dance. When I was watching Lil Nas X's background dancers, I was just like, wow, I wish I had such control over my body that I could dance like that. You know? What are you taking away?
I wish I was flexible.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
I wish I stretched. One thing I've taken away is this elder queer needs to stretch more.
Yeah. Once you start getting past 24, y'all, your knees start.
You need to stretch.
You need to start stretching.
And be proud of yourselves.
All the time.
All the time. Take up space.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, we love you guys. And we will see you in 2 weeks. And we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.